are now her strengths and advantages, and for that reason she has chosen to base her framework to a Samoan Tunoa, or a kitchen, where she will weave the concept of Tunoa together with her own life experience of Tautua, or service, her values, her inspirations as an endeavour approach to her practice. The inspiration will also articulate the two key principles of social work, whanaungatanga and aroha, that become an extension of herself during her 4-year journey. The presenter will reflect on the Te Tiriti practice and acknowledge the negative impacts of colonisation towards Māori. Finally, the presentation will focus on her future practice as a social worker to advocate for finding and providing solutions to injustice. Thank you, Reina.
Thank you.
Yep.
Wa eli mata'anau leu fiasina. It is a beautiful Samoan story, but too long to relate. In brief, it's about determination. A loving brother and sister got separated at the start, but in the end, they found each other because they were decided that they would never give up. Talofa, kia ora talaflava. Hello everyone. It is a great honor for me to stand in front of you, our friends, families, and colleagues, tutors, to present and share some of the critical ideas that inspires me to pursue the Bachelor of Social Work and set up to become a future social worker. This presentation will respond to and reflect on the intersection of my inspirations, values before studying for a Bachelor of Social Practice. Moreover, it informs the key principles and values that are significant to me as a social work student, and how this will reflect my decision to honour this really informed practice. This presentation will demonstrate my approach to service and social justice through my mythology of the Tunoa, or Samoan Kitchen, where I will analyse and intertwine with my values and culture and reflect on what social practice means for me and what I can implement to ensure that I will make a difference. About the Tunoa approach, it's a value-based approach. It's my own approach, which is a value-based and model position that whānau and model position the whānau and individual who has been through trauma, abuse, addiction, or historical difficulties in the centre. This approach will help individual identify and recognise their inspiration, motivation, and values for the change. The Tunoa approach focuses on finding the balance between personal values, strength, challenges and barriers, and values that became competent from the practice of the Tautua and service. The Tunoa approach will start by recognizing inspiration, then looking at my personal and social work values, then action where the motivation and values will weave together in action and start creating, and finally the reflection of my achievement. The Tunoa is a Samoan kitchen. It is a standalone, like an abandoned house. They do not need a professional builder to form it. The Tunoa hides behind the family home, but it is a place where it reflects your creativities, where your values will reflect with your uniqueness and humbling experience. That is Tunoa. So method one of the Tunoa is inspiration. Growing up, I was lucky enough to have been brought up by my grandmother and upskilled by her, with the help of my aunties and uncles and the rest of my family. I remember that I was always troubled because I was very spoiled by my grandmother, to the point where nobody trusted me to wash the dishes or do the clothes or look after any children. I will miss out 2 years of my high school because my friend and I decided to shave off our eyebrows because we thought it was trending. I knew that my grandmother had seen me as I was. She would spend money on my education, encourage me to sing in front of my church, and motivate me to voice my opinions because they matter. At the same time, she showed me how to serve others by giving away my new dress to the kid next door and walking in the sun half an hour away from home just to give a bag of food to an elderly people. I did not know then, but now I realize that her unconditional love and support and her service to our village people were the exemplars that stuck with me. And it became my passion and my inspiration. And inspired me to reach out and help others. Nevertheless, she formed a solid foundation of self-love and self-determination, and she molded me to the person that I am today. Preparation and values. Before study, I was working in many different jobs. I had started from factories to factories, some office job, but I had never felt fulfilled. I always felt like something was missing. I started investing in my education. I earned a diploma in business studies and then started a bachelor of business, major in economics, which I still need to finish that one. And then right after my mom's death, I went through a lot of hard times. Anxiety, self-doubt. I was diagnosed with PTSD and low self-esteem. That is when I realized that I needed to find something that could help me share my story and to help others who are going through the same issue. Moreover, finding the balance in my life made me see other values that I had forgotten. Therefore, studying this paper reminded me of those forgotten values, like hard work, my spiritual values, and values that remind me that I always need to finish what I've started. Furthermore, those are the gifts that my grandmother, my mother, and my family gave me, their values. Moreover, I also quickly realized that those are my valuable assets. Because once I got into uni, I found that when I applied all those values to my studies, I could develop new skills that I would use for the rest of my life. And with the social work skills that I have gained from this course, skills like the whanaungatanga, where relationships are really important. Your relationship with your family, friends, children, colleagues, community, and yourself. During my field of practice with Micronaction Trust, their focus was to advocate for the new refugees and migrants that come to New Zealand, which helped me to see a different kind of connection. They will show up at the airport to welcome the refugees and migrants, share kōrero, manakitanga, and inform them of their available services within their own community. MAT provides them with programs such as driving license, English classes, immigration policies classes, lawyers, and a place for them to create. Migrant Action Trust and the community seek to help them find a sense of belonging, a sense of freedom, and individuality. Aroha value, everyone speaks about love nearly daily. but putting it into action is another. The value of love that my grandmother taught me was unconditional. Love is not judgmental. Love is supporting brothers and sisters who are going through hard times. Furthermore, we're here today because we love each other, or love that connects us all. Method 3. Method 3, Tunoa's approach also acknowledges the values where I am now and the place that has rewarded me with a lot. The Te Tiriti Waitangi has allowed all immigrants, including myself, the freedom to live, the freedom to educate, vote, and help find my place in the world. Furthermore, I must honor the Te Tiriti Waitangi personally and professionally. I must ensure that my current and future practice will honor and uphold the Te Tiriti practice through advocacy, courage, and stand against injustice. As social workers, we should never forget the impact of colonization on our tangata whenua. I will have to ensure that there will be no judgment, serve them with love and respect. Whanaungatanga and social practice is a relationship that requires community development, family bonds, and respect each other's boundaries. Aroha in social practice recognizes our common humanity with people who use our service and hold people to account, using professional judgment without being judgmental. For the most part, it is also important to accept our responsibility as social practice agents to reflect whanangatanga and aroha. Thank you. To reflect whanangatanga and aroha through our practice. We are contributing to upskill our knowledge, to understand social work values, ethics, organizational regulations, government policies, because these are the tools that we're going to take with us to fight. It is also our responsibility as social justice agents to create a safe environment for the whānau, advocate for individuals' rights, and ensure that we implement the proper social work outcomes, theories, models, and frameworks to find suitable solutions to resolve issues that arise. Method 4, reflection and achievement. Method 4, reflection and achievements. Tunoa framework approach to work for individuals, families, and communities, and addresses prominent social issues that will impact the individuals, family, and community. Finding balance, Tunoa framework encourages everyone to address barriers and challenges posted on you and your work. The discouragement, the stigma, the assumption about superficial things like you do not belong here, assumptions on the way you look, and people that judge you because of one thing that you say or do define you based on one isolated incident. Today, I want to tell you that if you're going to serve and make a stand for social justice, I want you to run towards those challenges and face them because after overcoming those challenges, you will be able to gain more strength, courage, resilience than the people who make the noise. Balance is impossible without making choices that revolves around your stand for injustice and your fight for the inequalities and the voiceless. I want you to view those challenges and disadvantages as the new way of us moving forward. And as your teacher, moving forward, I want to be a social worker who models all these values, all the values, courage, determination, that I mentioned in this presentation. Would you like to visit the Samoan Tunoa?
Sure.
This is the Samoan Tunoa. This is the Samoan Kitchen. The Samoan Kitchen, so I have divided in 4 parts. One part is where the family members will conversate about the suitable dish or pot for the specific occasion. Then move on to values and preparation, where they will prepare all the relevant ingredients. And this is where they're going to place it, right here. Then in action where they will infuse all those ingredients and cook on the fire to create a delicate dish. Reflection and achievement are where the high chiefs or elders will determine and reflect and acknowledge your work according to the taste of your food. Whether you cook that food with love or whether you cook it with something else. So, remember my story at the start about Sina and the brother? I'm going to conclude my presentation with the same proverb. Wa eli mata anau leu fia Sina, ma wa e tua sivi whaiva manu Sina. This proverb is about determination against all odds. My perseverance against challenges to stand before you today. Finally, when I realized my strength, I found the courage to continue fighting till the end. It is not the end of my story. Today does not end my story. I am now ready to fight the good fight, to find those individual brothers and sisters and fight their social injustice against all odds and determination. Before I finish, I would like to call on my daughter, Jandy, and my friend, Letitia, to come up and do a little dance, just 2 minutes, to shake it off and just my way of appreciation to let you guys know all the duties, whatever I put you guys throughout the year, and I just wanted to say thank you all, and a tribute to my papa who is fighting for his for cancer at the moment. He's not doing really well, so I just wanted to play a song so they can do it. We can all do a little bit of dance and get up and dance with us.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. What's the song again? Yeah. Get up. This is our last year talking. I hope it's going to be loud enough.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you can hear it. Choo-hoo! Choo-choo! Lalo, lalo. Atsa. Lalo, lalo.
Yeah, that's it.
Lalo. Thank you.